One night we were sitting at West Freed's house. You may think you don't know West Freed, but if you've ever seen one of our album covers, you know West Freed. He's done the artwork on everything from Southern Rock on.
Yeah.
And he's a sweetheart, a wonderful, wonderful man. And all that shit, those album covers, all that artwork, the birds and shit, that's what he sees walking down the street. Like on his way to like Subway or something. He's got the birds sweeping at him and stuff. He's one of those. And when we first started our band, we'd play Richmond and be the guests of Wes and his then wife Jill, and we'd hang out at their house after the show. And back in those days, he hadn't sold much of his artwork, so his house was filled from floor to ceiling with it. And you'd walk into that door, and it was just like entering that world. In the front yard, he hadn't cut in several years. The grass was really high, and he had a well in his front yard. This is like in a suburban neighborhood just outside of Richmond. He's got a well in his front yard with a skeleton crawling out of it. And the skeletal remains of an old British motorcycle in the front yard. And when the kids would walk off at school, they'd cross the street before they'd walk in front of Wes's house. Which is their loss because he's a sweetheart of a man. But we were sitting in his living room really fucked up one night around 1998 or so. And we were all sitting around playing some guitars and I did this. I didn't have no words for it, but I had the whole chord progression. And for about the next year and a half, every time I pick up my guitar, I just do it over and over and over, hoping that something would hit me. And then one day I was sitting on a trampoline outside of Athens, Georgia, and I wrote the first half of the lyrics. And then I hit a roadblock and a stopping point. I couldn't go no further. There just was nothing else to put there. And it drove me crazy for about another year and a half. And then my life took some crazy turns, and all the things I wrote about in that half of the song all started happening to me. And I found myself in a garage in Denton, Texas on 4th of July weekend 2001, and I wrote the rest of this song. And it's called Heathens.
Yeah!
Something about the wrinkle in your forehead tells me there's a fit about to get thrown. If we get the fan out of the ditch before the morning, ain't nobody gotta know about what I've done. And I never hear a single word you say when you tell me not to have my fun. It's the same old shit that I ain't gonna take off anyone. And I don't need to be forgiven by them people in the neighborhood. When we first hooked up, you looked me in the eye. You said, "Paul, we just ain't no good." We were heathens in their eyes at the time. I guess I'm just heathens too. And I never have repented for the wrongs that say I've done what I feel. Growing up man strong. When you tell me that it's getting just a little bit tight, ain't the first time I've been outgrown. Now I'm gonna push a little harder. She ain't left These times you take the toll.